Been listening to a lot of these videos today, or at least a few. Usually ignore them, but for some reason, I'm feeling like it. So instead, I am now going to at least get my missions done in Sky, because I still need to wake up early tomorrow, take my meds to make sure the bacterial infection in my eye calms down more. And then I've got to go to an appointment. Networking of the subconscious. You had to practice being an escape artist. Oh my goodness, no. Oh. I hope they're stepping into their own self-love if this is about the dork. But it could be off the mark. Like the cat is going to understand you. Here's the video link if you want to listen to it yourself for whatever reason. Though I do feel like it's a bit of ego-induced paranoia. But hey, if the inner child wants to play with these things to encourage itself towards healthy growth, then by all means, let it. I don't want to feed into my own delusions. But there's a corner of my brain the other day that wondered if the dense dork grew up with like an abusive mother or something, manipulative. And if that is true, then it lines up with what this little horoscope is lining up on. She's going for angels now? This is reminding me of something. Hmm. Alright. Looks like that's the video over. I've gotta get up at a decent time, though. That's a beautiful fantasy brain, but there's no way it's happening. That'd be a piece of insanity. A piece of synchronicity so absurd. I'd be kinda scared by it. The idea of the dork reaching out and actually communicating. Beautiful pipe dream. Not because they aren't capable of it, but because I know I'm yet to be in the place for that to be something reasonable. Even if they're prepared to communicate, that doesn't mean I'm someone that's ready to hold that space properly. Not because I wouldn't want to, but because I truly am still somewhat trapped in my own head. I'm still hesitating. And I don't want to. I want to live. I want to live, not just survive. To not be someone's excuse and to actually thrive. Because I don't know what it is, but there's some part of me that feels like if I had been honest from a young age, I would have just gotten used as people's excuse. I would have gotten used as the example of the odd one out, the one that just doesn't fit in. Not because people around me treated me that way, but because of psychological conditioning through the movies and stories of the time when I was growing up, and other people not knowing how to interact with me. After all, I was far more artistically expressive back then than I am now. If anything, I was at peak autism back when I was a kid, thinking logic was supreme, when no, logic bends its knee to emotion. Out of respect, because emotions can call on fear to subvert logic's authority. Grief, paranoia, pride, pretty sure there's like one other emotion that can call on fear, like so directly it's terrifying. But I haven't quite figured that out yet. All right. Loop loop. I don't need validation. I need fucking skills, plan of attack, tools. The difference between awakened people and awakened empaths. Awakening, kind of. Awakening and awakened empaths. Difference. Okay. Hmm. Generational trauma, it lives in the body. Living radio stations. Introverts, highly sensitive people, social anxiety, discomfort. Hmm. Okay, so this one feels like it's grounded in my territory. The ability to receive information or pull out key information from non-logical data. Yeah, that sounds about right. It's part of the build, I think. Don't know why, but it's just a thing. Oh? Hmm. Just a little different, just a little shy. A heart so big and right as mine is difficult to hide. I know I come on pretty strong, but I'll be your better shadow if you let me tag along. It's a strange place to be when you don't know where you're bound, but I'll walk right beside you and I'll never let you down. Whoa, that all the lions threaten me. Courage follows friendship to the bottom of the sea. Ask me anything, and I'll help you find your way for adventuring. And this could be a lucky day. Never fear, my dear, if the answer isn't plain to see. Cross-reference and you'll find the key. Hmm. Ooh. Mm. Ooh, dragonfly! Over here, take me high. Over here, dragonfly. Over here, take me high. Over here, dragonfly. Mm. Wah, wah. Mm. Mixed message. Not directly for me, but partially. Mm. Dream walking. The best part about these videos is you're not supposed to take them completely seriously. You're supposed to have fun and accept, like, the social energy. To let your mind play with it. See if it clears up any mental paths that you've been ignoring. Ooh, nice, nice. Mirroring each other? Neat. Alchemy, freedom, I am presence, astral freedom. Fucking damn, lots of freedom. Is showing up properly in the recording? Nope. A truth speaker. Truth speakers are often the black sheep of the family, repressed, used as a scapegoat. The true family roles do overlap to some degree. Ooh, haunted house? Nice, nice. I'm just reacting to the video at this point and enjoying myself. I deserve the de-stress. Oh. I deserve to be very, very silly. Spooky, scary skeletons send shivers down your spine. Okay, that takes a rather interesting thought from before earlier in my life and makes it absolutely silly. What's in the skeleton god's closet? Depends on which skeleton you know. Mhm. Oh no. He died. Yeah, no, that man died. Another dragonfly? Hmm. Freedom. What is this? Hmm. Whoa. Hmm. Fire and water. Damn. Neat. Have fun with it. Neat. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Siren song indeed. Oh. Double rest. Mm. Vulcan, that is a lot of cards in one place. You sure you're not mixing messages? Killed a siren song by reflecting the siren song. Okay, fair enough. There's a good reason why I don't listen to these videos very often, or I don't go into the social space too much. Because usually, A, I don't need it, and B, if I relied on it, then that would make it into a crutch, not a tool. I don't need validation, I need affirmation the most, I think. Star-Crust Love Hunter. Oh, that would be so fitting. Ah, gotta love how the delusions are eating at me tonight. Hmm? Prophecy, visions, disbelief. Ooh. already happened 3 years ago. Can't blame them. What is this one gonna be? 6/6. I don't know. Hmm. Grief. If it's to do with the deceased, then it's an extension of the concept of grief. It's okay if you don't want to get on the Lulu train with this crazy bitch. That's perfectly reasonable. Orbs. Hmm. Alright, time to get that shattering shard. Portal. Haven't played that game yet. Contract? Hmm. Wouldn't be surprising. Wait, what? Hold up. 3, 3, 3 leads to 4. From a resonance of 3 comes one more, reinforcing the structure to the semi-stable 4. Hmm. 33? Damn. Again, I don't need validation, I need affirmation. That would be comedy if I'm just sitting here thinking I'm in danger, meanwhile I'm overleveled. But I doubt that's the case, because if it was, then damn, I've been wasting time. No, no way that's real. How deep does this card reading go? Are you building a pyramid? Like, if that's your own style, more power to you, but damn. Oh, whoops, forgot to pull the torch out. Dream I had as a child. Hmm. So, like, that of wandering. The one that comes to mind first and foremost is of that whole neighborhood area where it was I met a girl and I was then challenged to find the girl in order to earn her hand as a kid. And eventually I found a dragon in a cage and I said, that's her. And I was correct. It was an interesting dream to have as a kid. Alright, what is this? Gotta love the process. Yeah, I'd guess a dragon. Cute. There it is. Cool. Where? Hold up. Neat. Okay, there we go. This video is set up like I should be watching visually, but I'm just listening for most of it. Shaman? Damn. Neat. Ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga chaka. Ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga cha cha. Ah, okay. Alright. Alternate between getting shit done and resting. Whoop-de-doo. That's pretty much the only path available anyways. That's the one thing I think between all of these different reference points via the videos I've listened to today. Yeah, no, a lot of them are talking about brain. Hold up. A lot of the videos I've watched so far have been talking about victory and whatnot, and it's like, that's all well and good, but what victory are we talking about? Are we talking about a victory that I've wanted for a long time, or are we talking about a victory that I actually need? Because there's a difference between those two things, and just because I've wanted something doesn't necessarily mean I've needed it. Because even if I were to get what I want, I'm not sure it would be what I need at this point. My need has changed. Maybe that's the reason why I'm starting to really kick into my own. Even if it means that I'm not getting many viewers. Then again, I'm not streaming when I'm doing this, which has been me shooting myself in the foot effectively, but when I'm working through stuff, I don't really want to be making myself completely and utterly a public figure or growing in my community. I want this to be something that's talked about as community history, not active drama. That's definitely the one key detail. Because if it were to become active drama, that puts people's lives at risk. Meanwhile, if it's to become community history, a reflection on where I've been and the kind of interactions I've had with different people, then that becomes a learning opportunity instead, which has much lower chance of causing drama while still providing insight about how the world works. So in that regard, I'm kind of thankful I'm not popular yet. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just having a chill time and talking to myself. Oi! Now, what does that say? You know the night's a good night when I have the time to read message votes and still make it out alive. Alright, back to the video. I need some background noise right now. No, when you use mysticism and horoscopes as your scapegoat, as a crutch, it's going to lead you into a wall 9 times out of 10, and you're going to be wondering why you banged your nose when you followed truthfully. Because you're not supposed to follow blindly. And some people confuse following blindly with following truthfully, which sucks. $47? False enchantment, siren song. Yeah. Once your subconscious organizing into a pattern it can make sense of. False light is a siren song. Yee. I refuse. So there's a temptation, potentially, that would require me crossing a boundary line with myself. And if I'm going to be moving forward cleanly, I've got to do it by respecting myself, not compromising my values. Okay. I would say if the plan I have in mind is possible. Don't thank me yet, I am a dumbass. Overflow indeed. Overgrowth. Bye bye. Thank you for giving me a good time. Oh, that's actually a really good phrasing. You will know who you are when you have the courage to be who you know you actually are. When you have the courage to define yourself for yourself instead of trying to live up to others' expectations, you will find out where your true strength lies. For me, it's holding the sanctity of respecting other people as best I can, even if I suck at communicating or otherwise. Not in the sense of I don't make mistakes, but more so in the sense of other people deserve to live their lives, and I don't have the right to interfere blindly. I don't have the right to just throw myself at someone else's problems when that could very well set them up for failure in the long term. Because then they end up becoming reliant on me solving their problems for them. Which, no thanks. I do not want to be relied on like that. Fuck off. What's really interesting about these videos, though, isn't necessarily what they're saying, but how I react to them. Because that says more about my relationship with myself and whether or not I can believe in these things, let alone if I'll be led around on a string by such lovely ideas. Such fantastical descriptions in flattery via digital format. It's definitely nice to just have palate cleanser of videos to wash away like all the bullshit though. The last few days have been me trying to pick videos that seem like they have real information and then sifting out the videos that look like they're going to have key information. But that means sorting between paranoia, doubt, and the external circumstances that I can't control or get rid of. Things that are outside my grasp, like the chaos of the world or the political climate. And learning to just hold my chill, even despite all the pressure that's outside, to do something. Because if I do something rashly, blindly out of fear, then I only contribute to the problem. I don't contribute against the problem. There's nowhere more evident than that. About that than the fucking past. Hell, I'm still not done reviewing my fucking original goodbye note paragraph bullshit and critiquing it for myself so that way I can understand how to structure something that would have genuinely both been a healthy communication tool and been better at leaving someone feeling that they're actually safe, even when they don't trust me. Because they did not deserve to panic or go through that stress and paranoia. I don't want to put someone else through that. Especially when I'm not what they fear. It's just like a massive waste of time for everyone involved. I've got my own dumbassery, I've got my own issues, and I will try to acknowledge those issues. But acknowledgement doesn't mean being consumed by those issues. Rather, it means facing them, keeping an eye on those issues, and making sure that they don't wander out of sight to go do something I don't want those parts of me doing. You gotta keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Keep your friends huggable and your enemies boopable. And if your friends need to be booped, then hey, they'll be You get hugs and voops. So you encourage them to be gremlins. And gremlins, oh gremlins, oh gremlins. They are so good. Delicious. Don't cook the crab! The crab just wants its comfy darkness. How dare you? Mm. 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 What do you mean, wait 10 seconds? Nothing's gonna happen. I mean, if they do, then congrats. I don't fucking know who they are. Alright then. Thanks for the extra tip. I will be out now. Oh, spirit, mystical, spiritual energy. Ooh. To some people, that may look like I'm making fun of it, and in some regards, I am. But that's more as a mechanism for self-defense against getting too reliant on things that have no right being. A crutch in the first place. You walk yourself into a crutch like that, you're walking yourself out of your own ability to counteract and filter the information around you. With all of these things, all of these seances and messages and spirits and all that, they have meaning, they have intention, but they're also just way too vague. And can lead to delusional self-thinking that creates action that isn't based on the current moment, the present moment in reality. Which isn't good, because we want to be staying connected with reality. Oh. Not changed, not changed, not changed. I'm not trading my wind for light. I'm already overflowing on darkness, so there's no point for that. I could trade some water for wind, but there's no point in that either. Useless stocks. In any case, to those of you who snuck by and saw a fragment of this recording, thank you. To those of you who stuck around and watched a good chunk through, I deeply appreciate it. I hope you all have a good day, good night, whatever time or non-time it is. And if it isn't good, you're feeling stuck, lonely, lost, confused, frustrated, scared, or otherwise, well, I hope that things... I hope that things either improve, stay manageable inside, outside, between and beyond. Or at the very least, that you're able to find some place to sit, rest, and vent from, without hurting yourself or others if you can so help it. I'm not gonna actually do that emote. It feels like it's too chiding. I want to encourage people to be there for themselves, not to fucking judge them. discernment and judgment are necessary in that process, but that the presentation and framing matters just as much as the message contained within. Ugh. Anyways. Oh. Oh. My name is Flicker. I've gotten my Sky Dailies done, so I'll be seeing you all in the next video, my watchlings. Okay, that's up a lot more. That's a lot more up close and personal than I wanted for that outro. Hold the fuck up. No, I am not about to give you a handstand hug. That would be very difficult. Oh, I'm pretty sure that would be damn near impossible without vines and a tail to use. Oh my gosh. Seriously though. Moments of silliness aside, I'll see you all later. Bye.